What's the last thing you remember doing?
Not sure if I really want to say it after how lovely his sounded. It was a bit. I came back to Norwich for your birthday.
Right? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
It's not a ski slope in Colorado, is it?
Yeah, that's Norwich, though.
It's Norwich so much.
Audience if you're going to slag off Norwich.
No, I obviously enjoyed it. It was lovely. And then I got really ill, didn't I? Had a cough for 3 weeks.
Yeah. So
and had to take some time off work.
So we were joking about it possibly being corona.
Yeah.
Do you think you had corona?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to say I did, but I had a cough,
you need to get
quite
one
a
of those
bad.
tests, don't you? You need to get
Yeah,
antibody
at
tests.
the time that I had it.
Well, you can find out if you've ever
You get
had
a
it.
test if you've had it, yeah.
Yeah, but at the moment they charge you unless they have a reason to not. So it's like
Yeah.
60 quid for one, and all it tells you is whether you had it, but it doesn't necessarily mean you couldn't get it again. So why would I pay 60 quid to go? I had it. Can still get it. Like, it's an irrelevant
For
test.
content for the podcast.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that's what I was thinking straight away.
Send me 60 quid and I'll get it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
can
pay.
We, can we do it? And he can open it here.
Yeah,
Okay, I'd happily do it.
yeah. Let's find
You
out.
can just
if
get them
you've
from
had corona.
Superdrug.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like £62 in Superdrug, I think. Because my manager mentioned possibly getting it because I was just like,
What?
because I had a cough for about 3 weeks, had to self-isolate because it was at the time where you couldn't just go and get a test. The rule at the time was
Yeah.
if you think you've got it, you just have to stay in. So I had to stay in for 2 weeks.
Well,
Had-
were you not allowed
had
to leave
quite
the house
bad-
at all?
No, had quite bad on and off fevers. And yeah, it was a bit rank.
I reckon you could have had it because it weren't so long ago that you actually just got ill. Do you remember last year or something when we were doing a podcast?
Yeah,
And
in comparison, this was so much worse.
what, the one you just had?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you've
much
had
worse.
it.
Definitely had it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wouldn't want to like. Yeah,
No,
that's what I mean.
yeah, because I hate when people go like you know when Deji did that video and he was like, guys, I think I've got COVID, and then the next day he was like, right, we're streaming, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. So you didn't have COVID, mate, but
Yeah.
you're trying not to be edgy and be like, oh, I don't think I had
Yeah.
it, but I think you definitely had it.
I'd say
Yeah.
the worst thing I had was the cough. I couldn't go 2 minutes without coughing quite badly.
Oh, I'm calling this
uh,
YouTube clip Stevie White had coronavirus.
No, yeah, I don't know. I'll do a test if you want me to.
I think it's pretty brutal. I know through a friend, a professional Premier League footballer who had it and thought he was going to die.
What?
I won't say who it is. I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
But he genuinely said, and he's going, mate, if I'm the fittest people in the country in theory, and I thought I was going to die.
See, and that's why that kind of thing is exactly why I'd never want to say that I think I
Yeah.
did. Because to me, I was just
But there are
like,
people who have no symptoms as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I've heard that it affects different people in
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
ways. Yeah.
but I'd like to think I'm way. I wouldn't like to think this. I know it, but it's not a nice thought. I'm nowhere near as healthy as a professional footballer.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I never had a moment where I was scared. I was just a
No.
bit like, oh, this is rank.
Did you just feel ill?
It was, yeah, it's not nice ill.
Did you-
The cough was worse than anything. It got to a point where it was literally making me have tears because it's so painful.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you eat? Okay.
My throat started to hurt a bit too much to eat. So, but I never lost my sense of taste. Like, there's certain things I just didn't have.
Could you
but
smell?
I got
Could
hot
you-
and yeah, it was just like I got little fever bursts, but not all the time. And then the coughing was the worst thing. That's the worst cough I think I've ever had. But again, it could just be a really bad cough. So it's
Yeah,
like-
but then COVID was around. That's when it was at its peak, and the main symptom is a dry cough. So by that definition alone, I am titling this clip "Stevie White had coronavirus."
I'll
Thank you
get
very
the
much.
test for the post video for this.
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that. Let's do. But really, have I got pay?
Yeah.
Did you see? Bless him, Dave BVM had a coronavirus really
He
bad.
probably disappeared for like a week or so.
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah. I think he was just not online. And
Yeah.
did you see the comeback video where he spoke about it?
Yeah.
Oh, bless him. He was proper beat up about
So
it,
people,
wasn't he?
People were saying to me, "Is Dave all right?" Like that, because I've only met him once, sort of thing. But I just sort of texted him going, "Yeah, you okay, mate?" He went, "Yeah, no, just recovering now. It's pretty bad."
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he got really upset in the video. Did you see that?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah, fuck it. That touched me a bit actually. Seeing how it's like, yeah, it can be a bit of like a meme, can't it? COVID's a bit of a meme and a bit of a joke in that, but it's really properly fucking tearing people apart.
Yeah, well, it tends to be a meme and a joke for people who haven't had any first-hand experience.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, even if I had, you have to joke about these things. don't
Yeah.
you have to joke about them. But yeah, it's just a very, very weird time. But luckily, I think is the R rate going down now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to think
As
we've
head of Public Health England, I say we're totally fine.
I don't know why I just looked at you and expected
Yeah,
you to have the
no,
figures.
No, I think, yeah.
we have all travelled from somewhere with better R rates to somewhere with a worse one though, because London's worse than Norwich.
That's why
And Bristol.
we're in the studio. We're straight out the studio.
Yes.
And even though we are back in the studio, and yes, we are allowed guests, we're only allowed 3 in at a time.
But
So
3 is enough.
3 is
Is
the
the
magic
magic
number.
number.
Thank you. Thank you.
I saw where that was going.
Yeah, yeah. And you need to fucking step your game up, Robbie.
I was
right?
really hoping
Yeah.
he'd go 1, 2, 3.
I'm just absolutely shocked you knew that song. To be honest. It's been a while before your 10.
I think it was on an advert. When
Yeah,
we
it
were
was on an
kids.
advert for BBC
Yeah.
Three.
Okay. Fair enough.
It was little slugs. Do you remember?
Yeah.
3 is a magic number, but in a slug voice. Well, what was the moment? Because I never took COVID seriously. Like when at the start of the year, when it's like January the 2nd, and you've got that thing come up at the top of Twitter, and it says, "Oh, deadly disease in China," or whatever, and you think, "Oh,
We've had a few of these, haven't we?
yeah," and it's like it's in China. I'm not going to worry
SARS,
about it.
bird flu, all these things.
Yeah.
It'll probably just go away.
Even
Yeah.
like mad cow disease, which I think was predominantly Norfolk, maybe was it?
I don't know.
I may have made that up, or it may have started in Norfolk or something. Even that, you're like, oh, I'm not arsed. I'll still eat a burger, be fine.
Yeah.
But what was the one moment where you were like, okay, this is actually going to affect my life in some way?
I had Ariane, my girlfriend, for some reason, right from the start, way before lockdown, she kept going, "This is going to be something big," and I was like, "It's fine, it's fine." She just kept saying it, and then it got to a point where she just couldn't leave the house because she has a condition called Behçet's. So she got one of the letters to say that she had to shield. So that's the only thing that changed during this. I couldn't see her
Yeah,
on the off chance that I'd kill her,
yeah,
which I'd probably
Yeah.
feel bad for. So I don't want to risk that. But
Yeah.
she made it way more serious than it was. Well, not than it was, but
Than you
way
thought it
before.
was.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, it'll probably die out. Like it's obviously becoming something, but I didn't ever expect lockdown. Probably until Italy and Spain started to do things, and it was like, okay,
Yeah. I remember watching the news once when they'd announced that Italy had gone into lockdown, and it was like the whole of Italy. Well, at first I think it was just like
Yeah.
northern Italy or something.
Yeah.
But then when it was the whole of Italy, I was like, shit, this is real. And weirdly, when I was in a hotel around the corner from here, actually, in North London, and heard the news that Mikel Arteta had got it, and
Yeah.
then he was like the first football-related person I remember getting it. And there was Dybala.
yeah, Dybala got it. Did Guardiola's mum die of it? She died over this break, didn't she?
Did she?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was coronavirus.
What?
I
Yeah.
swear I
Guardiola?
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pep's
Yeah.
mum.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that Tom Hanks posted about it because he had it in his wife.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so he had it when I was out in Colorado. So he had it early on. Tom Hanks and his wife.
Yeah, it was the celebrities. As soon as celebrities started getting it, people were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's random."
Yeah.
And then Idris Elba posted about it, and everyone kicked off.
And then Boris Johnson got it,
Yeah,
which is just mad.
Well,
Like-
he also had been going about. He was shaking hands with him.
Yeah, yeah.
he kind
true.
of. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like he was trying to get it.
Do you remember the Ant Middleton video?
Yeah, that didn't go down well, did it?
It rings a bell. I think again. This was when I was away. I think maybe. Or,
This
or-
was
This wasn't too long ago, was it?
it was. This was at the start of lockdown.
Oh, was
but,
it? Oh,
but he
right,
was like, because obviously he's like a bit of an army action man, isn't he? Like,
Oh no, I do remember. Yeah.
Acting
Yeah.
like
yeah,
he'll beat it up.
am I still going to be meeting people at the airport? Yes, I am. Am I still going to be hugging them? Yes, I hugging my
Yeah.
fans. Yes, I am. Oh God! Did he ever
He
get it?
deleted that quite quickly, didn't he?
Well, he got loads of backlash. I'm going, you're a fucking idiot, mate.
he couldn't get it. He's too hard.
Yeah.
I'll just get my little flick knife out.
Yeah.
Can I just assume he's never going to be a guest on this now?
Yeah.
He's welcome on.
No, he's
After
no,
Corona,
not
and
if
he's
been
not hugging
hugging
us.
fans at the airport. He's not coming anywhere near me, the filthy little rat.
Yeah.
Don't say that. You've already had Tommy Fury after you during this break, and now you're going to have Ant Middleton.
I've pissed off a lot of people.
Go towards people that you might stand a chance fighting.
Tommy Fury never kicked off.
No, but his girlfriend did.
Yeah, Tommy didn't want to back up his girlfriend publicly. It was weird. Not against me. He just didn't want it. Just
Yeah, I can see that.
didn't want these hands.
He wanted to fight KSI, so I guess you're the next. You're more his fame level for fighting.
Yeah, probably. Thanks. I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, he's
So-
just a Love Island star, and I'd put you on par with them.
I'm. Come on. Come on.
That
I'm
was,
better than them.
well,